first step in learning how to be an innovator is to understand how the process works and to learn and to know what you don't know. So it's okay and actually encouraged to not try to do everything well and not to say, oh, well, I could be the CEO of a company. Probably better not that that's not the best use of your time, but to understand what it is the CEO would do so you can find the right person and you're not feeling completely disjointed from the business side is important. So some of the things that are important to understand are how innovations, the diffusion of innovations, how they end up spreading, and some other theories of innovation, to understand how to finance innovation, understand some of the legal aspects, particularly intellectual property. And when I talk about that, I don't necessarily mean that everything needs to be protected with patents. In fact, depending on the field, patents don't make sense at all, because maybe copyrights, maybe you don't want to protect it at all, maybe you want to use Creative Commons, and maybe you want to get it out there as broadly as possible, but you need to make that decision deliberately. It's better, for example, to use certain mechanisms like open source or Creative Commons than to just make something freely available for liability reasons, for example. So there's just nuances, and it's important to understand all the different options before you decide on that. And the basic ideas behind business are important to understand. Even if you end up developing a nonprofit, you can really benefit from the thoughts and the ideas behind finance and marketing and understanding what the competition is all about. Those are really valuable. People make a lot of mistakes starting companies, but that's good as long as they bounce back. I think that's one of the most common traits of entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, is that they're willing to fail and then bounce back from it. And that's an important trait of a very successful entrepreneurial and innovation ecosystem, is for people to accept failure as a path towards learning. So everyone makes different mistakes, and each one of them is like a badge of honor. I think one mistake that some people make is to be a bit too secretive with their idea, because they think that if they give away their idea, then they've lost everything, when in fact the idea is, maybe 1% of the solution. And that's what innovation is, not just about the idea, but it's about translating that idea into tangible impact. So one of the ways to do that, of course, is to talk to as many people as possible to get their feedback, talk to customers, get their feedback, understand how they do what they do and how you can help them do it better. And you won't do that by being secretive.